Go. All right, cool. We're live. What's up, everybody? So on here with Ashley, aka the Snowboard Panda. And I thought it'd be a great time to talk to Ashley. She started a new snowboard YouTube channel this past winter, and yeah, good time to just like share thoughts about starting a snowboard YouTube channel, what goes into it, all the different details when it comes to filming and editing and all that kind of stuff. But Ashley, how's it going?
Good. Yeah. Thanks for having me on the live chat. We actually did have, I was on a live chat once, maybe like 2 years ago at Mount Hood, but it's been a while. Yeah. We were in the parking lot. It was with like TJ and Garrett, I think. But yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah, because yeah, we've known each other for years from the High Cascade camp, and yeah, that was some good live chats we did a couple years ago.
Yeah, sorry, my dog's trying to jump in, but yeah, thanks for inviting me. This is cool.
Awesome. So if anybody wants to check out Ashley's YouTube channel, it's Snowboard Panda, and yeah, you just started putting out videos this past winter. So first, maybe like where do you snowboard? I know you're out in Colorado. Yeah, what area do you snowboard in Colorado?
Yeah, so typically my family, I actually live in North Carolina. That's where I am right now. But we get out to Colorado once or twice a year. So our typical spot is Telluride. We used to go to Park City actually in Utah, and then we went to Telluride one year, and my parents love it. So we go there every year now. I usually get maybe like 20 days on the snow in a season.
Nice.
At least for the last couple of years. Yeah, it's pretty good. Because when I first started, I was only getting maybe like 3 or 4 days. So it's nice having, several weeks. But yeah, usually Telluride's the main spot.
Do you snowboard in North Carolina too?
Not really. That's where I learned at Boone, at Ski Mountain, which I think is where TJ has been a few times.
Cool.
But yeah, since we started going out west, we don't really go to North Carolina to ski too much. And it's also, I live in the center of the state, and so it's a good, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 hour drive to get to the mountains in North Carolina. So it's not really something that I do very often anymore.
Okay, cool. So the snowboard videos that you've filmed, they've all been in Colorado then? And
they have.
Have they all been like this past winter, or like when did you start filming the videos?
Yeah, I started in January. So they've been in either Telluride or Steamboat. So we went to Steamboat for the first time this year. And so I filmed a couple videos there, and then the rest of them have been at Telluride. Okay,
cool. And what sparked your decision to start filming and to start making YouTube videos?
Yeah, I think mostly it just looked fun. And like, being around you guys when you were filming, it seemed pretty cool. And I love snowboarding, and I love sort of the progression of snowboarding. And I felt like kind of two different ways of looking at it. On the one hand, like making videos, I feel like kind of motivated me in my progression because I have this sort of accountability check in a way that I'm making these videos consistently. And so I need to be working on these things. But then at the same time, I felt like maybe I could give sort of a different perspective as sort of someone who is less advanced than, most of the YouTube snowboarders. And so as I'm sort of learning these things myself, maybe I'll have like a different viewpoint potentially with respect to, what might be helpful or what I'm struggling with. And that might be able to help people in sort of a different way. So yeah. Sort of looking at it from different perspectives.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, like I feel when I started my YouTube channel as well, like there was other YouTube channels out there at the time, and I had the same idea. I was just thinking I can come at it from a different perspective. I've got different ideas, different like skill levels. And so it's kind of fun. And it was always something I wanted to do anyways. So I didn't feel like I was ever wasting a day going up to film. So I feel like you're definitely on the right track. Like when you feel like, oh, I want to do this. This is fun. It's like a challenge. And like, yeah, you're definitely like offering, your own unique perspective. So yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, so you started in January, and what did you have to get together to start filming? Do you have a GoPro, or what do you use for a camera?
So actually, I do have a GoPro. I've had one for a while, but I haven't used it nearly as much, I guess, as I should have, considering what it cost. But
Yeah.
I ended up getting the Insta 360 1X. I saw TJ Board Archive post a review of that camera, and the sort of the 360 camera. It just seemed like something I wanted. So I got that along with the selfie stick, the invisible selfie stick that comes with it. And I did get a mic, but whenever I tested it, I thought it sounded actually better without it. It's a pretty cheap mic, so that might be why. But so I just use the internal audio with the Insta360 and just make sure that I'm close to the camera. So it's a pretty basic setup right now. And then yeah, I downloaded, I think, Power Director maybe at first for editing, and I really didn't like it. I was hesitating to look at Adobe Premiere Pro because everyone was saying it was kind of difficult, and there was like a steep learning curve. But I decided to go ahead and get that, and it's actually been surprisingly easy to learn, at least the basics, which is all you really need to start. So yeah, that's pretty much the setup so far.
Nice. Yeah. No, simple is the best. Like, I've kind of gone through times too where I definitely started with the basic setup, and then I've gotten some fancier setup like cameras and things, but I've definitely brought it back to the basics. So I feel like with the more basic setup, that's just the easiest to make the content and get it up. But yeah, Adobe Premiere too. Like, next time we see each other, it'd be cool we could do like an editing session and share some editing tips or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. That'd probably be one way, but
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm down for that. Yeah, that's definitely been the biggest challenge. Is I have literally
Yeah.
zero filming or editing experience.
Yeah.
So I feel like a complete idiot when I'm trying to do it, but
Yeah.
yeah, there are all these tutorials on YouTube, just like countless numbers of videos, and every now and then I'll watch one, and it's just like, wow, there's so much on here.
Yeah.
But yeah, incorporating as much as I can without sort of overwhelming myself with the complexities of it.
Yeah, I think like, yeah, with Adobe Premiere that it can get very complicated, but learning the basics, it's all about just finding those simple little tools that you'll end up using hundreds and thousands of times, like
Mm-hmm.
your edit. So if you just learn those basics and you get used to those, and then maybe adding like one simple thing into your like editing process each time, that
Mm-hmm.
definitely makes it easier.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing for sure. Just like, all right, this is one new thing. I'll try this. But then as you go along, it's like, man, if I had done this from the beginning, it would have been so much easier. But it's all good though.
Yeah, I definitely I edited maybe like, I can remember editing like hundreds of videos and then finding like one shortcut that all of a sudden cut my editing process down by like so much. So that's a
Yeah.
good reason to like collaborate and like have friends to edit with, because then you can share all those shortcuts. But
Yeah.
do you have a background in any of this stuff in terms of like, because your videos are, so far that I've seen, they're like tutorials. Do you have a background in teaching or a background in the camera side or the computer side or anything like that?
No, I mean, I've had a little bit of a background in teaching, but not teaching snowboarding, which is sort of why I was saying, like as someone who's kind of learning myself, that's sort of where I'm coming from. So the tutorials are more like the tips I give are based on my experience learning it pretty soon before I actually made the video usually.
Yeah.
But yeah, my teaching comes from academia because I've been in grad school. So not related at all to no, to anything I'm doing. Definitely no computer experience. And like I said, filming and editing so this has all just been like, a learning experience for sure.
Cool. I think like now with the editing programs too, it's like, it is pretty like user friendly now compared to maybe what it was like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure like your computer skills that you use in your day-to-day life are, that's kind of enough to translate into the snowboard video side. But what about like your videos, they seem like very clearly presented, like you're speaking and the tone of your voice and everything. Is that something that you have done before in school?
Well, thank you. I don't know. Like, I definitely don't see that, but that's good. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I have some teaching experience in the classroom in the college arena, but yeah,
Nice.
I don't know. I guess it's just definitely I definitely do try to put as much detail as I can into the videos. You know, break
Yeah.
it down into as many steps as possible, just because like in my own progression, I find that really helpful. Obviously, some people progress really quickly, and so I just figure, you know, they can just skip steps if they want to, but for anyone who doesn't like that, I just figure, you know, having those steps as an option is helpful. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm just trying to break it down as much as I can.
No, that's perfect. Like, yeah, everyone has their own perspective, and no two people learn the same way. So, like, if I taught something and you taught something, I'm sure that some people would find the way I do it more effective, and some people would learn better from you. It's just the way that it's presented. So yeah, that's really cool. What do you think is going to, like, moving forward with your videos? What kind of videos are you most passionate about making? Is it kind of your learning journey as well and documenting that? Or is it going to be like a whole variety thing of different videos once you get going? Like, what's the plan moving forward?
Yeah, so like I said, like so far I've only done I think 4 videos that are just tutorials, straight tutorials. But like what you said earlier about my own progression, that's definitely a type of video that I've thought about including, which is essentially um, the video itself will be me learning the trick or skill or whatever it is. And so as I'm doing it, I'll be talking about, you know, what the things that I'm finding difficult, what's helping me improve in the trick. So that way it's sort of like a progression video or progression tutorial maybe. And then also definitely women's gear reviews, which several people have talked about or have asked me to start doing. But then I almost did a few, and then this coronavirus thing popped up. But yeah, that's definitely something that I'm going to try to incorporate more if I can. There's also there's sort of the question of getting access to the gear, but I can at least review the things that I have, and there is some demoing available at the places where I go. And then I thought maybe vlogging, but not very much. That sounds, given my limited like filming and editing, that sounds really complicated. But if I do vlog, the first one might be pretty soon because I'm planning to move to Colorado in July, and I'm going to be driving, basically make it like a week-long road trip. And so I might vlog during that, and just sort of moving from North Carolina to Colorado, getting set up, that sort of thing. So
Amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, I think, like, well, for me, honestly, vlogging I find actually easier because everything just lines up from start to finish. And so when you are editing a vlog, as long as you film everything in a row, it actually becomes a pretty easy editing process.
Mm.
Where I find sometimes with the tutorials, you have to film your audio, then you got to kind of match what you're doing with the audio, and the clips kind of
Right.
moving around quite a bit. And you also have to add in those, like texts or whatever to highlight what you're saying.
Yeah.
But with the vlog, it just, like, everything just kind of goes in order and can be very simple. So yeah, definitely test out. Yeah, that'd be great to see your documenting the trip out, moving out to Colorado. And then also what you're saying about women's gear reviews, I feel like that is a total untapped market. Like,
Mhm.
there's a few women's gear reviews out there, but I don't think anyone is doing it consistently, and I don't think they're doing it in the, like, YouTuber style where where they're giving their own personal feedback. So
Right.
that'd be amazing to see. I feel like if you reached out to some companies, they would be happy to help you out with, yeah, demoing out the gear or getting you some product or putting you in touch with somebody. But especially in Colorado, I'm sure there's tons of opportunities and shops and things in Colorado.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of anything in, like, demoing or reviewing gear that sticks out to you. Like, would you start with your own gear? and then move on to like, have you rode many different snowboards before or?
So the most I've done is primarily at High Cascade, because that's
Yeah,
sort of like the, you get to go ahead and demo however many you want. So I definitely try taking advantage of that anytime I was there, which hopefully I don't know how it's going to be this year, if it's going to even be going on, but yeah, that's probably the most often. I've actually only had I've only owned two snowboards. I had the one that I bought as a beginner, and then I have the one that I have now. So yeah, I would probably start with my own gear because that's just really easy, obviously, and then move on from there. And like I said, the High Cascade opportunity would be one of the ideal places.
nice. Yeah, because that's where we first met at a High Cascade. For anyone watching this, if you don't know High Cascade, it's a summer snowboard camp in Oregon at Mount Hood, about an hour east of Portland. So yeah, hopefully that goes on this season. Like I'm at the moment, TJ and I were scheduled to be there for session 2, but I've
Mm,
been hesitant to like announce that because like I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get across the border at this point.
right. Yeah.
But have you signed up, or are you like waiting to sign up, or?
Yeah. I haven't signed up. I'm assuming if I did and it didn't go down, we would get a full refund, right?
Yeah,
Um, but no, I haven't signed up. I was planning on session 1 just because that's the best snow. And then maybe session 2. One year I did two sessions. Or I was going to until I got injured. But yeah, for sure session 1 was in the plan, and then possibly adding session 2.
cool.
But yeah, it's looking. I can't remember what the dates are for session 1. I think maybe in June.
Yeah, I think
Um,
it's maybe the third week of June, around there.
yeah.
And then session 2 is like the end of June, early July. But yeah, that'd be a great opportunity. Yeah, High Cascade, you can just get a different demo snowboard pretty much every day, and that's a great way to ride different boards.
Hmm.
Um, and then the coaching there too is pretty inspiring too, because you can see like how things are presented from other people. Do you have any goals if you went back to High Cascade this year for riding or tricks or even video content that you'd want to make?
Yeah. I would be probably continuing to work on spins because I really just started really working on that this season. And so I'm always looking to improve my jumping. Like that's my favorite aspect of snowboarding right now. I'm always in the park hitting jumps. So hitting bigger jumps, and then, you know, getting down more spins, more grabs. It's basically just uh, progression in the park for the most part.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Have you
last
found?
last year, that's what I was working on. I feel like I made really good progress there. So yeah, that's probably what I would do most of my focus on as well.
Nice. Do you find that when you go to High Cascade for the week-long camp, you like always notice a difference at the end of the week of riding?
Oh
And do you
yeah,
have
for sure.
any coaches stand out that are there as well?
Yeah. All the coaches that I've had, I've been great. I think I've been 3 years. Yeah, and I also know the other ones that I haven't had. Like I've interacted with them, and all that and the activities off the snow. And everyone, the feedback is always good. So I think all the coaches there are really solid. Like you said, there are sort of different perspectives, different personalities.
Yeah.
The cool thing is they're very flexible. If you're in a group and you don't really feel like you fit, um, they're totally fine with you switching groups. I've known people to do that before. So yeah, you don't really, it's not like you get locked in um, to a specific coach or whatever. But yeah, in my experience, everyone there is really great. They're really passionate. They're stoked about riding, and yeah, I definitely always see significant improvement. They also give
Awesome.
me, like things to work on whenever I get back home. So I've definitely incorporated that this season based on sort of what I heard last summer.
Cool. Well, hopefully, yeah, it goes through when we get to ride together and maybe, yeah, collaborate on some videos and, yeah, do an editing session and share some of those shortcuts. So do you plan on moving to Colorado before, I guess after the High Cascade, and like once you get to Colorado, like what's your life plan? Are you going to work and do YouTube? Do you think YouTube is going to be a goal as like a career or hobby, or like what's the loose plan there? I know there's like lots of variables, but yeah, what
Yeah.
are your plans?
Yeah. So when you asked if it's going to be before or after High Cascade, that never even crossed my mind. So that's not something that I obviously haven't been planning super well. I've kind of just been assuming that High Cascade's not going down, to be honest. But if it does, it would probably be after. Because
Okay.
I think I don't have anything like locked down as far as housing goes, but I'm communicating with a few potential options. But I'm thinking I'd probably move in July. And
Cool.
actually most places, like, they don't allow before that because of COVID-19 right now. Like July 1st is as soon as you can get out there. But as far as like when I get out there, I do like that I'm going to be there in the summer to kind of get settled, get situated, like, look around. I might try mountain biking. That's something that I've always wanted to try out. And they have that at Steamboat, which is where I'm going. Yeah, and I think like the actual move itself will be easier in the summer, just with the weather conditions and stuff. So yeah, just hanging out really. As far as my job situation, currently I'm helping a bit with my parents' like family business,
Okay.
but I am looking into other options, maybe in tennis, like teaching tennis, possibly. YouTube is probably, at least right now, just a side, hobby thing.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not making any money off of it, so but yeah, I'll still continue it for sure. It's a lot of fun.
Cool. Yeah.
So yeah, no like really clear plans, I guess, kind of up in the air, but yeah, I'm totally excited to get out there.
Nice. I think, yeah, like when I first moved to like a resort town or like to the mountains, it was definitely like I knew how to get there. I had to find a place, and then the job and all that other stuff kind of fell in afterwards, because yeah, you never quite know until you get to a place what jobs are going to be available.
Right.
But yeah, and like yeah, with the YouTube thing, I think it's like if it's something you love and you continue to do it, then I think I can't remember exactly. I think you can start monetizing after, I think it's like 1,000 subscribers and 10,000 minutes watched, or like something like that.
Right.
So yeah, it's like if you are consistent, I'm sure it'll start happening. And yeah, maybe for a year or two, it's kind of like you see some numbers coming in, and as long as they continue to grow, maybe yeah. Like my whole plan was always like work my normal jobs to like save the money to like buy a GoPro or whatever, and then as the channel revenue went up, then I could start to like cut back on those real world job hours and things. But
Right.
yeah, like I'm sure like yeah, so far you've been putting out some great videos, so hopefully yeah,
Thank you.
hopefully it continues.
Thanks. Yeah,
um
yeah. It's
so
good. It's fun. It's a fun project. That not something I would expected I would have done, but now that
yeah,
I'm in it, I'm definitely into it.
cool. Yeah, I find that too when I'm on the mountain and I'm filming, or if I have some kind of like yeah project or video to do. um I don't know about you, but sometimes I kind of feel guilty if I'm just up there having fun. And I'm like, if I can do like, even if I have fun half of the day, but the other half I'm making a video, like which I enjoy making too, then it's almost like, you're still, I don't know, gaining other skills besides just having fun. And you're like, yeah, you're building something. Do you kind of feel like that too? Like when you're up, like the reward of creating the content, do you find that very rewarding as well?
Yeah, for sure. So you're saying you feel guilty if you aren't recording? Is that what you mean?
Well, not exactly, but if I'm just up there, if I went snowboarding 5 days a week just for
Mm-hmm.
fun, I might start feeling a bit guilty, like, oh,
Okay.
I should be working more or something like that.
Yeah.
But if I'm making videos those 5 days a week, it's like now it's like, oh, I can snowboard every day because I'm still
Yeah.
putting effort into something and
I
like
see what you're
learning it.
saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I think so. Like I don't know if I've done it enough to really think about like what all what all I'm feeling, what all I'm experiencing. But
yeah,
but yeah, I definitely, like, even when I'm snowboarding and not filming, like I'm always And this is how I basically brought this over from tennis. I used to, whenever I would play tennis, a lot of times I would just go play just to play, just to hit. But I got in this mindset where every time I'm playing tennis, I'm working on something. I'm working on progressing in some area, because even doing that, it's still fun. It's not like, it takes the fun away. So when I'm snowboarding now, I'm trying to do that same thing. I'm not really just cruising. I'm always working on something. So in that sense, like, I think maybe if I just snowboarded for fun, that might make me feel guilty, because I'm not like trying to improve. But yeah.
I guess I'm the same way too. It's like, as long as I have, while I'm riding, like having some kind of goal in terms of like, oh, do a jump or do a trick, or working on I guess it's like that progression and working on something that,
Right.
it's like, it's fulfilling. It's a fulfilling feeling. So
yeah, I honestly, like, progression is probably my favorite thing about snowboarding. Like, it's anytime you learn a new trick or you get better at something, I think that's like the best feeling in snowboarding,
awesome.
at least for me.
Cool. And so what made you want to move to Steamboat, Colorado, of all places? Like, there's so many places in the US to choose from, hundreds of great mountains and great resorts. Which like drew you into riding a Steamboat and moving there?
So I kind of got like OCD about this, but I made this huge list of like pretty much every resort in the States. And then started narrowing it down based on a variety of different factors. But one of the things that really stands out about Steamboat that you can get at a few other resorts, but it really narrows it down big time, is really easy access to indoor tennis courts. So I'm a big tennis player, and being able to play tennis year round in a place that has skiing is pretty hard to find, because you have to have indoor courts because of the weather. So that really narrowed it down to like Steamboat and then some other really expensive places. And so, and then I visited Steamboat with the family this year, and really liked it. I also visited the tennis club there, the tennis facility, met all those people. It seems really active, good, strong tennis program. And so, it just seemed like a good spot. I like the town. I liked the people. I liked the vibe. I wouldn't say it's my favorite ski resort that I've been to, like the layout of the mountain and everything. But it's definitely a solid place. Like, I'm not gonna, you can't complain about it.
Nice.
Telluride is probably my favorite place just to snowboard. But it's very isolated. Telluride is, so it's a little too isolated, I think, personally, for me, as far as like living there.
Nice. So does Steamboat, does it have like a real town, or is it a resort town, or?
Yeah, it's a fairly small, like, sort of, they call it like a cowboy type town, or a like Western town. I don't really personally see that. I think maybe because I used to live in Texas, and I know actual like cowboy towns that are way more Western than that. So for me, I don't really see it, but they have a few like Western stores there. But it's a decent size, like, it's a decent sized town. They have really everything you need. And it's separate from like the village, or the mountain village area, at the base of the mountain. So it's a cool spot for sure.
Amazing. And I guess too, it's like, that's totally things you want to take into consideration, because moving for snowboarding, but you want to be able to have like those other things as a possibility, and not be secluded in a like, even here in Whistler, we're super lucky. It's like there's still enough around that makes it have that real town feel. And but that's cool. So how far is Steamboat from Denver? Is it pretty close, or?
No, I think I'm not positive about this, but it's several hours, several hour drive, which I like, because some of the other places that I was looking at, over the weekend, people from Denver just go there, and it's super, super busy, long lines. So Steamboat, it's not as, the lines aren't, as great as Telluride, where there's literally never any waiting. But it's solid. It's like a solid, maybe like medium level of crowds.
Cool.
So it's a good drive from Denver.
Oh, amazing. Awesome. Well, good luck with the drive and everything and the move. That's pretty exciting. Do you want to do? Should we take a few questions from people?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Are you
Sweet.
taking them? I can't see the questions. I don't know if I'm
Oh,
supposed to be able to see them.
no, it's all good. I can see the question. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
Now I'll read them to you, and I'll try to find questions for you. If anybody watching has questions for Ashley, the Snowboard Panda, hit her up. First, Jose Bortista has got a
Nice.
super chat. All right, let's check it out. Ooh, Scott Barlow says Salt Lake City should have been high on your list if indoor tennis was important.
Yeah, it made the final five. It made the
Wow,
final five.
that
And
is
that's good
OCD.
considering I had I swear I had a huge list. My parents were like, why'd you write all these places down? Like, I don't know. I'm just trying to be really comprehensive about it. But yeah,
Nice.
that was definitely one of the, and I've been to Park City several times.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, what was your top five? Just curious.
Let's see, it was Steamboat, Aspen and Vail, which I just felt like were potentially too busy and also just too expensive. Park City and what was the other one? Mount Bachelor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I really wanted to be in Colorado, so
Yeah.
that's my favorite state. So.
Oh, sweet. Awesome. Yeah, Colorado is a cool state. And you have so many mountains that you can drive to as well. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's just so many different resorts there. All right, Steph M says, what are your go-to boots? What are your go-to snowboard boots?
Yeah, the ones I have right now are the women's double BOA 32, the lashed boots.
Nice.
32s all the way. I only think about recommending boots. I know everyone has different feet. So I've tried on quite a few pairs of boots and some that people have strongly recommended, saying they're super comfortable, and they've killed me. So all the Burton boots I cannot wear.
Wow.
But 32s, I just find them super comfortable. They just fit my feet for whatever reason really well. And then I have the BOAs because I have really cold hands all the time, and it's really nice to just not have to tie laces when it's freezing outside. They do definitely loosen up on me quite a bit, which is a little bit annoying, but I think it's worth it.
Oh, cool.
Just for the easiness of it. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, the Lash, I've had a couple pairs of Lash, and they're really soft, really comfortable boots.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, it's good because everyone has different feet, to put your feet in the boots and make sure they're comfortable for you. But
Right.
yeah, nice, good choice. Natasha says, I've been to Snowbird in Utah, amazing resort. El Stacker, Elliot saying hi, Kevin and Ashley. Natasha's also saying dying to be snowboarding right now. Definitely. Yeah. So with your season, did you have any other snowboard plans that got cut short because of the whole virus thing, or was your snowboard season kind of over anyway?
Yeah. It's interesting. We were at my family, some of my extended family as well. We were all at Telluride, and we were there for a week. And then the day before we were supposed to fly out, we decided to extend our stay another week. And then that next morning, they sent out a notice that the resort was closed, effective immediately.
No.
So then we changed our plans and flew out the next day. So it was originally going to be the case that would have actually already been the end of my season anyway. But at the last second, we had decided to extend it, and then obviously that didn't work out. But yeah, I think I had 30 days on snow this season, which is a record for me. So it was good. It was solid. Yeah.
Nice. So at Telluride, is there a season pass there, or is there a season pass that's connected to one of the collective passes?
Yeah, I think that is it Epic? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Or Icon maybe. I think they are on one of those. I don't have those. I have just a regular Telluride season pass. But yeah, I think they've recently like been added to one of those main like group passes or whatever they are.
Okay, cool.
And I know Steamboat is on the Icon Pass.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So if you get the Icon Pass next year, is there any other Icon Pass resorts that you want to hit up?
What are my options?
Um,
I don't know what they are.
so
I will say though, if I'm in Steamboat, like if my plans work out, just to be somewhere for a full season, like that's always been a dream of mine. So I don't know if I
nice.
really need to leave.
Yeah,
It just sounds amazing to, to not, because whenever I go for a week, I just feel like I have to be out there, open to close, and then I'm just like counting the days and I'm like, it's halfway over. This is awful. And it's like, so to have a full season is just crazy. So I don't know
yeah.
if I'll need to really check out any other
I'm
places.
I'm sure your first full season in a new place, yeah, you can just stay there and like, and there's probably so much terrain to learn and discover. So you'll be, and plus
Yeah,
all
for
the
sure.
editing you'll be doing and everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you too, like, so editing your snowboard videos, the YouTube videos, like, what's your time frame for editing a video? Do you do one in a day, or does it take a couple days, or how does that work?
That's a good question. I haven't ever actually like timed myself. I don't usually spend a significant amount of time in one sitting working on it. So if I did, I'm sure I could finish it in a day. I don't like really working on anything for too long without like getting up and doing something else. Um, so yeah, usually I do work on it over the course of like 2 or 3 days, but it's like in pretty small segments. So, but
Okay.
yeah, I should maybe like time myself and then just see in the future if it, how quickly I can get it to to diminish and how long it takes me to actually complete it.
Nice. Do you have any videos that you filmed in the winter that you have to edit still, or?
Yeah, I did have some footage where I was gonna make some videos, and then I wasn't sure if because no one is snowboarding, if maybe I might save those for when we can actually go snowboarding again, and instead start making videos that are relevant to people that are actually at home right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what I've switched over to at the moment.
That's a good call. I feel like at the moment, people's attention isn't so much on like, yeah, snowboarding in the mountain because none of us can do it. And
Yeah.
but yeah, that's a good plan, like the at-home training type stuff.
Mhm.
What have you been doing at home for some off snow training?
Yeah, so I just got the Snowboard Addiction jib board and
Nice.
the like the box and rail setup that they have that comes with it. And I think I got that maybe like a week or two ago. So I've been messing around with that. It's a lot of fun. It's totally different than I expected it to be. Like I don't really know what I was expecting, but it definitely I can definitely see how I was a little bit skeptical at first that it would transfer to actual snowboarding. But now that I'm on it and I'm using it, I can definitely see how a lot of those skills would actually transfer. So yeah, I've been spending a good amount of time uh,
Cool.
working on that stuff. Yeah.
We'll have to have a game of skate on Instagram Live.
Yeah.
We can go trick for trick.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So Jose Bautista with super chat says, Ashley, have you ever been? Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Jose Bautista is saying the icon has Squaw or Niseko, LOL. So yeah, if you want to go to Japan, it's on the Icon Pass too.
That might be a little too much.
Next year, in a couple
Yeah,
years,
yeah.
yeah. Nice. And
Sounds cool though.
yeah,
Yeah.
Stefan Mendoza says, Ashley, have you ever been to Eldora, Colorado? If so, do you have a favorite run? Thanks.
No, I haven't. I think I've heard of it. There's so many places in Colorado, it's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder where is that also a city or is that just the name of the
I don't
ski
know.
resort? So I'm assuming it's also a city, probably. It sounds like a city. Uh, yeah, it sounds like a cool city. It sounds like a, like sort of a Western type of
Oh, really?
vibe, which I kind of like. I don't know. I could be so off. Who knows?
I'll have to look into
But yeah, no,
Eldora.
I haven't been there.
The
Have you been
most
there?
No, I haven't. The most western place that I've been is Jackson
Jackson
Hole,
Hole. I knew you were gonna
Wyoming.
say that.
That's like
But
very
yeah, it's a good spot.
country. Yeah, it's a. I love that like feeling, like the
Yeah.
like country western saloon style place, and like yeah, the whole vibe, like seeing horses walking down the street, and like people's ranches, like when you where we were staying, like the drive to the mountain, you drive past like a dozen different like ranches and stuff, and that was, yeah, really cool vibe in Jackson
Yeah,
Hole.
nice.
And that's on the Icon Pass too.
Yeah, I've never been. I've been to Jackson Hole, but not for
Okay.
snowboarding.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
nice. All right, so Wayne McKenzie with the super chat. Thanks for the support. Wayne says, "Snowboard Panda subs gaining every 10 minutes." Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, if you want to check out Snowboard Panda's YouTube channel, I put a link to it in the description. So you
Thanks.
can go over there, subscribe, watch the videos, leave comments and likes and all that good stuff.
Appreciate it.
Um, yeah, we need more snowboard YouTubers. It can't, but actually we got a decent number right now. There's maybe, there's like a dozen of us. So yeah,
Yeah, it's getting hard to, and a lot of people are so like, popping videos out all the time. If you follow all of them, it's like you're constantly watching content. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but like it could totally
yeah,
be like a full-time thing.
yeah. There are a lot of people going hard full time. Yeah, with video after video.
Yeah.
Just with like even just the live videos too. There's almost a live snowboard chat every day. So
Yeah. It's cool
um,
that everyone's kind of got like their own sort of style and
yeah,
like there's like Casey, like more like vlogging thing, and then there's like, some like younger people who are sort of have that personality thing going on that's really popular on YouTube, and then some that are like totally dedicated to just trick tutorials, and it's
yeah,
nice to have like this sort of variety, so you can kind of find what you like.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, even like when my last trip to Bear Mountain, there was myself, TJ, David Jones, Janice Spiteri, and like when you watch the videos back, even though we're all in the same place, we're all doing similar things, the videos all turn out completely different.
Yeah, that's really
So
cool.
yeah, it's pretty neat. All right, let's go for a few more questions. Yeah, everyone, yeah, shout out to everyone in the live chat comments. If you guys haven't yet, subscribe here to Snowboard Pro Camp as well. Like this video, and yeah, again, subscribe to Snowboard Panda. Yeah, shout out to Daniel Z. I think Daniel Z subscribed. Justin Visey saying what's up from LA.
Nice.
Yeah, Scott Barlow says Jackson is another one on the Icon Pass. Carter saying thanks for all the free lessons. Yeah, awesome, Carter. Yeah, check out Snowboard Panda as well. Colin as well. Jose Bortisa wants to move somewhere. Oh, he wants to know what part of Colorado you're moving to. Steamboat.
Yeah, Steamboat. It's kind of like northwestern, but not like really far northwestern, kind of like central northwestern part of the state. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I bet there's I love visiting the States. There's just like there's so much variety. Like, yeah, especially Colorado. You could end up at any resort, and within like 15, like 30 minutes, an hour, there's a whole bunch of other resorts nearby. So
Yeah.
it's such
Yeah,
a
it's
cool
pretty
place.
crazy. Yeah.
Oh, this is a good topic. So Wayne McKenzie says, "Is there Snowboard Panda stickers? Do you have any merch out yet?"
Definitely not. I actually had some thoughts in my head about what it would be if I did ever do that, but yeah,
Yeah,
I'm totally not at the point where it would be I guess that it would make sense for me to do that, but yeah, maybe in the future. I do like I'm a little biased. Obviously, I like it because I made it, but I do like my my logo. I think it would look cool on like a shirt or sweatshirt or something.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have anything out right now.
Okay. But I was gonna ask you, but you designed your logo, the Snowboard Panda logo.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Sick.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a,
it took me a while to, I kind of don't, yeah, I'm having second thoughts about the name, but it'll be okay. It's too late now. I like the logo. I just not like huge on the name, but it's okay.
yeah. I think people are like leaving panda emojis too in the chat. So
That's funny.
that's actually that's good that your logo can actually be an emoji too. That's perfect.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen any panda emojis, but I'll check them out.
Nice. Yeah, for everyone watching the live chat, drop some panda emojis. But yeah, I think like when you're starting out with YouTube too, like a great way to start building like that side income is through like stickers. I get my stickers
Yeah.
from a place called Sticker Mule, and
Okay.
you can get like say like 1,000 stickers for $50 or something like that, and
Yeah.
then you can put together like a combination of sticker packs like of different size ones, and like a trip to the mailbox or something once a week. It's like an easy way to start and making some
Yeah.
side revenue. Have you looked into any of those other ways that people can support creators, like besides like merchandise?
Yeah, I glanced at it whenever I first created my channel, and I was like looking at all of the details about being a YouTuber and everything.
Yeah.
But then I really tried to steer my focus away from the monetary aspect of it, just as just when I'm getting started. I felt like maybe my focus should be elsewhere. But yeah, I did definitely glance at it, try to familiarize myself, make sure I was aware, so I wasn't missing out on anything that I should be doing, at the start or something like that. Because I do know for certain things they have, like requirements, you need to set certain things up or to, have settings certain ways. So I felt like I should be in the know on it, but I didn't like dwell on it at all.
Nice. Yeah. Where did you find most of your resources for like YouTube? Is there one thing that stands out as like a resource of like kind of just giving you an easy guide of how to start?
So I think whenever I actually created my channel, there was like a YouTube, like YouTube itself had like a creator. Maybe when you started, they didn't have it, but it was like not like a course, but a series of videos, and actually they did have like quizzes and stuff, which I didn't do, but yes, I was like, no thanks. But yeah, that was pretty helpful. And then there are some channels on YouTube of people who like their actual channel is about like helping YouTubers grow, and like Nick Nimmin is I think someone who's doing really good at that. He's got some excellent videos. So I've been watching that, like, about sort of how to make your videos better and to,
Nice.
all that sort of thing, tips like that. But yeah, mostly through YouTube itself. Anytime I'm actually trying to learn anything, it usually does come from YouTube. It's just so easy to access, and there's literally everything on there. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I think like that for me too. It's and like you were saying too, it's like you don't want to like start putting too much attention in different places when you're just starting making videos, and then also learning how to merchandise or how to like monetize. And it's good to kind of focus on one thing at a time. One thing I wish I had done more when I started my channel was like just create videos, because sometimes you want to learn of like how do I launch a merchandise page, how do I like start like a GoFundMe or something, and like how do I make this like a living where I should have just been making videos. And
Right.
because a lot of this stuff like I think that goes back to what kind of way you learn as well, because I think for me I learned by doing it. So through just doing, it's like you start to learn like all the shortcuts with editing, or like how you like to film, or like what camera like you like to use. So I feel like you can learn by watching videos, but probably maybe the best way to learn too is just by like doing and creating. So
Yeah,
that's
for
good.
sure. Yeah, like I'm really excited once I get out to Colorado to be able to do it a lot more. It's been really difficult. I almost hesitated to start my channel in January. I was thinking maybe I should wait until I actually move out there because I have such a limited amount of time on the snow that I try to get all this footage, and then so it makes it difficult to put out as many videos as I would like to be putting out. But yeah, once I get out to Colorado, I'm hoping, like you said, to just like focus on making videos, as often as I can. Yeah.
I think you made the good call because like you've got some good videos already, and you can make the in-home snowboard training and do live videos like this. It's all fun.
Yeah.
Sweet. So a bunch of people have dropped like 1,000 panda emojis
Oh my God.
into the chat. Shout out to Steph M, Justin, and H Local, everyone for dropping 1,000 panda emojis. El Stacker, Natasha. Awesome. Oh, Jose Bortista with the super chat is saying the next interview has to be El Stacker. All right, that's another. Shout out to Elliot, El Stacker too. He's got videos up as well.
Yeah, he was making like a video every day for, I forget, like there was a serious streak there.
He did, yeah.
Like, how are you doing that?
Every time I checked
impressive.
it is. Every time I checked my phone, I would see a new notification from El Stacker. He was putting out more videos than me in Japan. It was wild.
Yeah, that should definitely be the next live chat. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, definitely. I'll reach out to him after this. Sweet. All right. So a lot of people saying Happy Easter as well. Is it Easter like does your family celebrate Easter as well?
We acknowledge it.
Yeah.
We know it exists. It's like we're not really, I guess not. We don't really celebrate it. We definitely, like I said, we know it's there.
Yeah.
We're not anti-Easter. but yeah.
Do you have a family dinner or anything for Easter? Or?
No, usually. So those like Cadbury cream eggs, like some people are really against them, but I think they're amazing. The only thing is, since this quarantine, I've actually decided to start something that I've been putting off forever, with loads of excuses, which is to eat a lot healthier. So now I'm like trying to forget that Easter is like here, because I don't need to think about that chocolate. So yeah.
Nice. So were those Cadbury eggs, they weren't just like an Easter thing, those like an all year round kind of thing?
I don't think so. Like,
okay.
Which is probably good. Yeah, I mean, I think I only see them like, once, maybe like a month before Easter, they start showing up. Or at least where I am, that's what happens. And then yeah.
Awesome. Sweet. Well, so your next video is going to be on some in-home snowboard training stuff.
Yeah, so I've got some set up for basically like 5 skills, 5 useful snowboarding skills you can learn from home, with basically no equipment except for a board. So you can use your real snowboard or a snowboard addiction board. Although I guess with the real snowboard, maybe it might mess up your carpet. I don't know. I've actually never tried that stuff, so I don't really know how it works. But yeah, basically just skills you can work on that are really useful for beginners, as well as intermediates and even advanced, because they're sort of like foundational skills for tricks in the park and also outside the park. So yeah, that's the one that's currently in progress.
Oh, awesome. Have you tried skateboarding as well? Have you done any of that?
No, I haven't. The reason why, so it looks like a lot of fun, but as a tennis player, I hesitate to try something that is so has such a high risk of like messing up an ankle or a wrist, because I hate the idea of being out of tennis for that long. So snowboarding obviously has risks as well, but if I do get hurt, I want to be doing either tennis or snowboarding, because it's what I'm sure I would love skateboarding, but if I don't try it, then I don't have to worry about thinking about that.
Nice.
Just because of the risk factor, and we're with my tennis situation, I haven't tried it.
Yeah, that's a good call, because like with snowboarding, there's so much risk already there. So to add in another thing, I think skateboarding is more risky than snowboarding too.
Yeah.
It's there's like that learning curve too. It's like that the first, 15 times you skateboard, it's like, yeah, it's the max risk,
Yeah.
maximum time to get injured. So it's that's a good call for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna try mountain biking though. That's been on my brain for so long. And yeah,
Cool.
that's definitely gonna be the sort of like the new summer hobby or activity that I at least try. I
Nice.
probably won't do anything extreme, just like some easy mellow stuff. But
Yeah.
I love riding my bike, and so it just seems like it would be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Sweet. Snowboard Owl says, or Snowboard AI says, at what age did you start snowboarding, Ashley?
Yeah, so I started junior year of high school. Um, and but so that was in 2008. Um, and so I lived in Florida at the time, which obviously there's no snowboarding there. There's no snow. So I only went maybe like 3 days that year, and then I think nothing at all the next 2 years. And for the first like 4 or 5 years, it was maybe a total of 10 days. And it wasn't until maybe like 5 years ago when my family started going, pretty consistently during like the Christmas, New Year's holidays.
Cool.
So I actually started snowboarding quite a while back, but I just didn't get in many days at the time.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
So how many years has that been?
So I started in, yeah, so
Oh,
2008.
sorry,
Over,
2008. Yeah.
yeah. So
Right.
it's been over 10 years actually. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
That's a decent snowboard career.
Yeah. When I was
And
in Florida, I did a lot of like skimboarding. I don't know if you're familiar with skimboarding,
oh
but
yeah, I've tried it a few times. Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's basically what I did like every day. So
Oh, cool.
I feel like snowboarding is kind of similar. Although skimboarding is so short, you get on, then you're off pretty quickly. But yeah, that was my thing in Florida.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
One more question from Recon97 says, what's the snowboard trick you're most proud of?
Oh man, that's an interesting question. Let's see. I hmm. What is it for you?
Yeah, that's a tough question.
Like the one I most enjoy doing
Yeah.
is just really easy. A front shifty. For some reason, those are just so much fun. So that's like
Oh,
my that whenever I'm like warming up, I just do like a bunch of those. Um,
cool. Yeah, I saw your Instagram post. I think it was a front shifty.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
I would
yeah, most proud of. I don't
I'd,
know.
I'd say my trick is actually related to a front shifty. I learned it last October in New Zealand, and it was a front lip onto a down rail. So I did that for the first time ever, and I was super stoked to finally get it. It was scary, but
Nice.
yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same motion as the front shifty.
Yeah. So this isn't really a trick so much as, well, it is a trick, but it's not, the trick isn't what I'm actually most proud of. But the last time I went snowboarding, I hit a like pretty solid rail. And last year, like I was only hitting boxes. And so that's probably the most proud thing I've been, at least for this recent season. I just 50-50'd it, but just like having, just like rails have always kind of freaked me out. Probably because the first time I was going to attempt a rail, this like guy went on right before me and then fell backwards and landed right on his back. And so then I like went back to boxes for a while. But yeah, hitting my first decent rail, it's probably
Cool.
yeah.
Awesome, Ashley. Well, yeah, I've been talking to you for about an hour. Thanks for coming on and telling us about your snowboard YouTube journey. And for everyone watching, check out Ashley's channel. It's linked in the description, Snowboard Panda. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in a few months at Mount Hood High Cascade Snowboard Camp.
Yeah, hopefully. Thanks a lot for having me on the live chat. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it was it was great to catch up, and yeah, looking forward to all your videos coming out, and good luck on your move too at the Colorado.
Thank you.
That's really exciting.
Yeah, for
Sweet.
sure. And if High Cascade doesn't work out, maybe I can get up to Whistler. That's definitely on the list. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll
Yeah. We'll
figure it out.
see how everything unfolds, and I'm sure, yeah, we'll be snowboarding at some point soon. But yeah, thanks for coming on. Thanks for everyone for watching. And yeah, we'll see you guys. See you guys in the next video soon.
Thank you. See ya.
See ya.